And we welcome you back here to our studios. Tom Davis with Rick Dempsey, and joined now by Matt Wieters. Matt, first off, tell us a little bit about what that does that's on your arm right now.
It's my brace. My brace that just kind of protects me just to where if the elbow gets caught in a bad spot, it keeps that ligament from getting stressed and getting overworked. And I'm looking forward to getting it off in about 3 weeks.
Let me ask you this: before the surgery, how much pain, and then right after the surgery, how much pain?
The hard part, it was pain that I could play through, but at the same time to be able to play at the level we needed me to play at, and I wanted to play at, it was going to be tough, and it was something to where the toughest decision was, do we piece it together for as long as we can, or do we go ahead and get it done to where that doubt's kind of not in your head anymore and you're able to go back and just cut it loose.
Matty, I know you pitched in college. Was there ever a time in there where you thought you might have hurt your arm, where this could have been like something that had started a long time ago before you got into pro ball?
I never really had any problems that I thought were unnormal for a pitcher. So I can't point to any pitch that I threw in college where I said that didn't feel right. At the same time, I think anytime you're pitching a lot, you're going to have those small tears that can always weaken it and lead to things later down the road.
Now, Matt, obviously you were selected by Major League Baseball fans as the starting all-star catcher for the American League, and obviously you can't play, but tell us a little bit about the honor and the notoriety for you getting that honor.
That's great. It's great to be, viewed, by the fans, to be able to go after only playing a month, and for me, it's fun to get to go and watch the game. I'd love to be playing, but at the same time, to get to go watch Adam and get to go watch Nelson and just watch all the events that go on. It's a fun experience.
Matt, they brought in Caleb Joseph to come in and take over a little bit, and Nick Hundley also at the same time. Have you had a chance to sit down and talk with these guys about how to help this pitching staff out? Because you got them off to a really good start this season with your best season, and now you're kind of hoping, and I know you are, that they're going to carry on where you left off.
Yeah, and been working with Caleb for the last 5 years. He's been coming to spring training. It's amazing how much he's improved over the years. He's really continued to improve each year, and Nick, just being able to talk with him, when he got traded over, you can tell what kind of a guy he is and what kind of a leader he can be on the field, and they've been great. It makes it easier on me not being able to play, to see what kind of hands the pitching staff is in with those two guys running it the way they're running it right now.
Now, Buck Showalter said in one of his press conferences recently that before the surgery and after the surgery, when you're in the dugout, you're in a lot of conversation with him back and forth, and sometimes you don't want to be bothered, I guess. Tell us a little bit about what goes on in the dugout and the conversation part.
I know it's always trying to find some way I can try and improve somehow, whether I can figure out what he's thinking, or figure out what he would do at some point, or anything that can help maybe a relationship next year, where I can kind of even get a better idea of what he's thinking at the time, that can help while we're on the field, and obviously would like to be behind the plate, but at the same time, when that situation doesn't present itself, you got to find other ways to improve.
How about during the game, though, the communication when you are catching? A lot more goes on than the average fan really thinks between manager and catcher, right?
Yeah, you got to kind of be thinking with them hitters down the line. You got to kind of give him a look, and just you can kind of get a feel for what he's thinking of how he wants to manage the game. And then if you're on the same page with him, it makes everything flow easier, and you don't have to try and figure out each other.
Matty, let's go back to your arm a little bit. You had a chance to talk to some guys that have had this Tommy John operation already. Craig Tatum, what have they told you about it that's really going to help you recover quicker? Yep,
I talked to Craig Tatum and Taylor Teagard, and just kind of got their feel of what their surgeries went like, and both of them said, they say for one, your shoulder is going to come back stronger than ever because of all the rehab that you will do for the shoulder to help protect the elbow, and both of them have told me that they have had no regrets, and they've also had no issues with it since they came back, which was comforting when I was trying to make a decision.
You've probably been reassured that this new ligament, and they say in this operation that once you get this new ligament, you actually come back stronger.
Yeah, I think the thing is you have a year or 9 months to rehab. You have a year to just focus on getting your arm stronger and getting your body stronger, getting your body in shape, which as baseball players, we don't have too much. Most of the time, you're getting that 4 months in the off season, and that's all you get. So you've actually got a full, hopefully 9 months to be able to get the body strong and ready to go.
Well, Matt, we appreciate you coming up and visiting with us here, and look forward to seeing you play in 2015.
Thanks, guys.